So on today's episode 12 of the 100 Things a Man Wants video series, today's topic is men really want spontaneous sex at the most inappropriate times.
So, Coach, I'm having problems in my relationship. What do these men want?
Well, they want many things, but fortunate for you, I took the liberty to put it in a new video series. You can catch it on my YouTube channel every Tuesday and Thursdays. And don't forget to comment, like, or subscribe.
All right, Coach, let me do that now.
Love, you move too fast for me.
Now, hello, welcome to the channel. My name is Karan Pierre, and if you don't know me, I'm a life coach and you're a relationship guy. Hopefully, we can work together in the future. Now, before we get started, please take the time to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell icon so you get all the notifications, and then like the video so more cool people can check out the video. Now, let's talk about it. So, wow, today's one of my favorite topics. I know I probably say that every video, but we're just moving along sweet. Now, in respect to the YouTube algorithm, anytime I say the word spontaneous sex, I probably would just say double S, or I might say the three-letter word. So going forward, I'm going to say those things when talking about this because the YouTube has a very sensitive algorithm. I don't want to get flagged, but I really do want to explore these topics so we can discuss it in a mature way. So what do I mean by sex at the most inappropriate time? I'm talking about that moment when it's time for you to go hang out with the ladies and your man gets excited. And this is not just excitement like I'm happy I'm getting, a raise from work. No, it's a different type of raise. So you're getting ready. He sees you in your nice dress. You did your makeup. You're looking beautiful. But now he has the desire and then he gets aroused. What happens then? Well, your man, more than likely, wants to engage in what we call spontaneity, that three-letter word. So what do you do then? Well, this is what we're going to talk about. We're going to discuss exactly what you do. First off, I always like to give some context before we jump into the content. There was a study that observed over 2,000 Portuguese and Norwegian men, right? And the goal of this study was to check for distinct patterns when it comes to that three-letter word and desire, right? So what they came up with was three types of patterns: decreased, responsive, and spontaneous. So they found that 23.6% of the men had a decreased desired pattern, right? 2.5% of the men had a responsive pattern, and 73.9% displayed a spontaneous pattern. So the reason why I went to this study is to show that there's evidence that men overwhelmingly desire to have spontaneous sex. So if they desire it, and this is the right guy, the man who you love, the man who loves you, your husband, your boyfriend, the guy who's committed to you, I have a disclaimer, because when we do these video series and we're talking about what a man wants, we're talking about a certain type of man. So I'm going to put a link in the description to a video I have breaking down the difference between the right guy and the wrong guy. And we're facilitating these things to the right guy, right? So chances are your man's going to want to have this at the most inappropriate times, and you have to accommodate it occasionally. I'm going to get more to that in a second, but I just wanted to give a little bit of more context. How do we facilitate this? Now, first off, when we talk about engaging in this act, especially when we're saying at their most inappropriate times. Of course, that comes with a balance. You can't have this all the time. This should be done on occasion, but it's not something that should never be done. It's a value to having it, especially when a man just gets to that point. And if this is the guy you love, it wouldn't be an issue or shouldn't be an issue for you to get to that point. And let's just keep it real. Women have higher drives when it comes to copulation. They want it more. That three little word. That drive in women, especially when we're talking about women in their 30s and 40s, is definitely higher than a man's drive. So on average, a woman is not going to have a problem with that act unless she may have some dissatisfaction in her. It could be her life or it could be within a relationship, more than likely in the relationship. So that might be another issue that you might have to get resolved. So we can engage in these other fun things, because having the spontaneity brings so much spice and fire to your relationship. And it's just another enjoyable act. Now, how could you facilitate this? Well, the first thing is trying to be in tune and aware of your man's horny cues. I could get away with saying that word once. But really, like, men definitely respond to physical contact pretty easily. What I'm trying to say is, like, they're sensitive when it comes to that. So you can brush up on them as you're walking by the hallway, and it might be a tight space, and you happen to brush by, and now he's excited. Now there may be a desire, right, to initiate the cycle, the response cycle. Maybe it's you're wearing, like I said in the earlier example, you're getting ready to go out with the ladies and you look beautiful. Or it could be, as if you are a fan of the series and you watch episode 1, which is men want their ego to be stroked. If you watch that video and you're doing that, because it's been some time since that first video, that's another thing that could actually get him to that point of arousal. So be alert to the cues so you can be prepared, because sometimes a woman needs to be revved up. Men can get revved up fast. It depends. It's all subjective. I can't put the standard on everyone. Different standards for different people, but typically men can just be ready, ignite that ish, and then they're ready to go, right? A woman may take a little bit more time to ignite her ignition. So just, be wary of the cues. And just also know that, once he gets the desire, he definitely will want to instigate it. Just be aware of that. Another thing you can do is